I appreciate very much. A transition that's so smooth, it'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that, Jim.
A peaceful transfer of power, an enduring tradition, a solemn promise, and an important component of American democracy. After a U.S. president is elected, there is a flurry of activity before he or she is sworn in. 76 days from the election to inauguration may sound like plenty of time, but the transition from one administration to the next is anything but simple, says Michael Shurkin, who had served on the National Security Council and is now the Global Programs Director at 14 North Strategies, a business advisory firm.
We want to make sure that the president succeeds, so if they want to review the policy, we're going to help them do that by telling them what we know and explaining to them what's going on.
The president-elect doesn't officially take office until January 20th, but planning must begin much earlier, says Valerie Smith-Boyd with the Center for Presidential Transition.
So it is a tremendously large task, and the first thing that our organization has done is try to encourage presidential candidates to start that planning process in the spring of an election year. Of course, they have a big focus on winning the election, but they also need to establish a separate organization that is looking at how to vet hundreds of thousands of resumes to select exactly the right people to convert their policy promises into action.
Filling government positions is no small task. Many of the positions require Senate confirmation, while others must be vetted for classified security clearance, creating a delicate time, Boyd says.
We do see times of transition as a period of vulnerability for the nation because political appointees, senior leaders are leaving one administration. There may be delays in new people coming on board. And of course, that can create some challenges in communication or understanding roles and responsibilities.
The U.S. has a long-standing tradition of peaceful power transitions dating back to the first in 1797 when George Washington handed the presidency to John Adams. At the heart of successful transfer of power, Boyd says, is clear and effective communication.
So a peaceful transfer of power at its best looks like an incoming and outgoing team sharing information and working closely together to protect the country and the world from very serious risks.
Shurkin emphasizes that ultimately, a smooth-running democracy is more important than who wins the election.
For democracy to function, everybody has to, at a certain level, understand that as long as the system works, the system is sort of more important than they are. So the health of the system is more important than whether or not your guy won or lost the election. And I think that has historically been an important reason why American democracy has been so stable and so relatively successful.
As the nation prepares for the next presidential inauguration, the transition process is a reminder of the people behind the scenes who make democracy work. Salem Solomon, VOA News, Washington.